Hi, welcome to Mind Body Solutions. This is Audrey, and this is Low Sensory Adaptive Yoga, and this is Ruby joining us today. Um, you can start settling into your first shape, whether that's seated or lying down. You can also do a little bit of movement if that helps you find already a little bit of ease and comfort, maybe a big stretch or gentle sway, some gentle neck stretches. We'll do a little bit more movement later on, but sometimes it helps to do a few stretches before we start our centering. Today we'll do a mostly calm, easeful, grounding practice with a body of light meditation and a body scan and and a sound bath. So yeah, maybe your eyes are closed or you're finding a soft gaze. And we start to arrive in present form, present moment, present company, and maybe with a present intention. So you can take maybe a few moments to set an intention for yourself for this practice, whatever that is, maybe to stay curious or to focus on your breath, quiet the mind, anything at all that feels supportive right now. Taking a moment to connect with the earth. So maybe noticing the points of contact of the body against the surface that you're on, against the ground, feeling that support, feeling the pull of gravity. Maybe it's already calling you to find a little bit of a softening here in your body. Maybe you can notice the texture of your clothes against your skin. Noting where your hands are, where your feet are, your head. And then starting to go inward. So checking in with yourself, with your own body. Just noticing what's arising, any sensations or emotions, feelings. Maybe noticing your energy levels. And as you do so, already taking the seat of the observer, the one that comes with compassion, with kindness, the one that leaves judgment and non-binary thinking at the door. So that when whatever you coming in with, you can meet with compassion, with grace. Maybe you can also leave at the door the need to control or to influence anything right now. We're just being as we are. Spending a little bit of time with your breath, noticing the quality of your breath today. Is it calm, steady? bit tense. And again, just taking in the information, not judging it. After all, as long as you're breathing, you're doing it right. Maybe noticing where the breath starts. Does it make any sound? Does it create any movement in your body? Maybe as you inhale, the belly rises, you feel the ribs expanding. And as you exhale, a gentle contraction of the belly and creating some space in the ribs, in the chest, and a sense of release. Just a few more moments, just as you are. Gently arriving in your practice. And then invitation to bring the hands together and start to add a little bit of warmth, a little bit of friction, a little bit of energy between the palms. If that doesn't feel quite right, you can do it also against your thigh or against the bed rug or anything like that. And then when you feel a little bit of warmth, placing your hands over your eyes, feeling the warmth against the muscles around your eyes, a little bit of gentle pressure. And then if you like, you can bring your hands on other parts of your face, maybe your temples, and just spending a few moments massaging, tapping your jaw, muscles around your mouth, the cheeks, coming back to your forehead. Very gentle, just adding a little bit of softness. And then when you feel complete here, you can move to your neck, just gently massaging here. And then while you're with your neck, option to move a little bit as well. While your hands are massaging or just providing a little bit of somatic touch, a little bit of warmth. So you could do some just going from side to side or chin down and then chin up with that added support of your hands. If that doesn't feel accessible to you to have your hands always there, then just have a break and then continue with just the movements. And then stay with what's familiar, with what's comfortable, with what's easeful today. No need to add any pain or discomfort. There's plenty of that already in our lives. Just spending a little bit of time here with the neck, maybe one ear to one shoulder, And then doing the other side, and then still staying with your breath, noticing your inhales and your exhales, and maybe letting your breath guide that movement if that feels accessible today. And just noticing how it feels to be gentle with that part of the body, to add some warmth, some calming energy, some support. And then when that feels complete, feel free to go to another part of the body, maybe the shoulders. So again, starting with a little bit of massage, or just simply placing a hand there or your attention. And then finding some movement here that would feel good. So with the shoulders, maybe a few circles of the arm, or a few rolls of the shoulders. You could also open up your arms to the side a few times and then bringing your arms back towards yourself and giving yourself a hug. And here you could stay here for a few breaths, maybe adding a little sway. And coming back to this first few moments together in this practice, all the information you're taking in about your body sensations, your energy levels, so that it helps you to be gentle with yourself and stay within what's accessible today, what would feel good. We can add a little bit of challenge for sure, if that's what you need. But if what you need is to, be kind, be comfortable, then go for that. When that feels complete, you can move to the arms, maybe doing a little bit of massage here as well, the forearms, the wrists. Making sure your shoulders are down and relaxed. Mine were up to my ears for some reason. And then here we can do a little bit of mobility, maybe for the wrists and the hands. So when you inhale, you're gonna open the palms. I'm just showing them up here, but please leave them on your lap or anything with support. You don't have to have them up here. That's too much effort. So inhale, opening. You can just play with how much you want to open your fingers. And if you want to add a little bit of a movement with the wrists, it really depends on, your own body. Like for me, it feels better when I kind of like stay with a claw or whatever. So that's inhale. And then on the exhale, you bring them together. So you can either bring them like this, or as if like you're a monster and you're kind of grabbing something, or like some kind of duck, like this. Just a little bit of play. So close or a duck. So inhale, open, and then exhale, bring them all together. And again, so it can be a really small, subtle movement. You can also do this with movement of the arms if you want. Just do this for a few rounds with your breath. Really following the natural pace of your breath. When you've had enough, just come back to center, just have a pause. We'll join you in a few moments. All right, when that feels complete, coming back to center, just stay where you are for just a couple of breaths, just having a little break and noticing how you're feeling, just checking in again with your body, with your energy levels, the state of your mind. And then if there's any other movements that we haven't suggested, then please do so for a minute or two. So maybe some side bends, twists, maybe finding a forward fold, maybe coming back to neck stretches, seeing that around, doing some joint mobility with the wrist. I'm holding mine because I have some joint problems, but basically you're just doing a few circles. You could do that with your ankles if that's accessible to you. If you are laying down, you can bring your knees towards your chest and then sway side to side and then let the knees pull to one side and finding a twist this way. That's not accessible, then please bring your arms across your chest and then your hips are firmly grounded and the twist is really coming from the upper body here. You can also do it seated if that sounds good to you. You can also just do a big stretch, dance, shake, whatever you want to do for another minute. I'm going to do a round of cat and cow. Just really noticing what comes up. Sometimes your body just goes there intuitively. That's what mine did with the cat and cow. So just following along. And then continue moving if that's what feels good. Otherwise, we're going to transition to restorative practice. So finding a shape for you to find some stillness, some quiet, some comfort. You can be seated. If you are seated, maybe bringing some pillows for your neck and your spine. Maybe something to elevate the feet a little, adding a little bit of comfort here. If you are lying down, you can lie on your back, on the side, on the belly for your own expression of Shavasana. You can also pretty much be in any restorative shape of your choice today. So legs up the wall, forward fold, child's pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Anything is great. If you're lying down, make sure that all the parts of your body are supported, so that there's no effort for you to do. So your body can have as many chances as possible to relax, to find some ease. Maybe bringing a blanket, eye mask, anything that will support you there in this practice. So we'll start with the body of light meditation and then I'll go into the sound bath, and after the sound bath there'll be a little bit of silence for just a couple of minutes and then we'll close. So first, checking in again with your body, noticing your body sensation, noticing if there's anything else you can do to bring a little bit more comfort, giving yourself permission to care for yourself to find some rest. Checking in with your breath, noticing the natural flow of your breath, the inhales, the exhales, maybe the pauses in between. And then let that breath guide you to your own center. Can be anywhere in the body, maybe the heart, the belly, the space in between your eyebrows. And here in that center is your inner light. So noticing what color it is, what vibrancy, maybe the sound, the temperature, maybe the movement, anything at all. Just go with what shows up. Maybe you can place your hand or two hands there if you like. And with each inhale and each exhale, that light is radiating and shining even brighter. And that light is radiating towards the crown of your head. So all of your awareness is now on the top of the head. Noticing any sensations here, what exists in that part of the body. And with your inhale, that light is transforming that part of the body so that nothing else exists but that vibrant, colorful, warm light. And it's softening that part of the body, brings you ease and calm. And with each inhale, it's radiating even more brightly than before. And then with your next exhale, it starts to blanket, cover your face, filling up your face, all of your head with your light. That again, nothing else exists now but that beautiful light of yours. And then continuing down to your neck and your throat, noticing any sensations here, anything that you may notice. And your light starts to radiate, illuminate every cell of your neck and your throat so that nothing else exists but that light of care, beauty, compassion. With your next exhale, moving down your right arm, the right elbow, the wrist, all the fingers, noticing anything that exists here, any sensations. And then your inner light is growing through every cell of your right arm, bringing warmth, bringing ease, so that nothing else exists but that light. Your next exhale going towards the left arm. Noticing any sensations here in that part of the body, or your awareness onto your left arm. And then your next inhale is bringing your light, filling up every cell with ease and softening all the muscles, the connective tissues, the nerves, everything there in your left arm, so that nothing else exists but your light. Your next inhale, moving towards the collarbones and the shoulder blades and all this area of your body, noticing anything here. And then your next exhale, bringing your light so that it starts to illuminate all this part of the body, back and front, that nothing else exists but your own inner light. Next inhale, bringing you to the chest, the heart center, the ribs, the lungs, all the other organs here in that part of the body. Your back, the spine, noticing all of that's going on here in the part of the body, any vibrations, any movements, any sensation. And then with your next exhale, bringing your inner light to bring some ease and comfort to all this part of the body, so that nothing else exists but your light. Heating up all the lungs, your heart center, illuminating the spine. And then next inhale, spending some time in the abdomen, the belly, the lower back, the hips, all this part of the body, noticing anything here. Maybe there's some pain, some discomfort. And then with the next exhale, bring in your light to add a little bit of a softening, so that nothing else exists but your light in that part of the body, all of your hips, the lower back, the abdomen, filling up with light. Next inhale, bringing you to the pelvic area, noticing anything here, any sensations. The glutes, all this area, noticing anything here. And then on your exhale, bringing your light to soften, to bring ease and comfort to that area of your body. Next inhale, bringing you to your right leg, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the calf. Taking in any information, just noticing, no judgment here, just curiosity. And then on your next exhale, bringing your light, bringing what that part of the body may need, some ease, softening, some warmth, so that nothing else exists but that light. On your next inhale, taking in the ankle and all of the right foot, all of the toes, noticing any sensations here. And then on the exhale, bringing in your light, feeling up your ankle, your foot, all of the toes with warm, cozy light. Your next inhale, placing your awareness onto your left leg, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the calf. All the information here, just taking it in, noticing, staying open to what's arising. And on the exhale, bringing your light, radiating all that softening, that calming energy that it brings with it. And then on your inhale, taking in your ankle, your left ankle, your left foot, all of the toes. That part of the body that does so much for us. Just noticing what's going on here. So that on your next exhale, your light is bringing what it needs. And it can soften and be at ease and at rest. And now taking in your whole body from the toes to the crown of the head, radiating with your own inner light. And you're radiating so brightly that it even forms like a blanket around you, covering you up, keeping you warm and cozy and supported and held. Just allowing you to rest, to be at ease, be resourced. Staying with your breath, staying with that light, that blanket of light, bringing you support. I'm going to start the sound bath now, so enjoy. I leave a little bit of silence at the end so that you can take in the vibration and just continue to rest. A whole body of light, covered, held, supported by this blanket of light. Taking some soft deep breaths, letting the blanket of light dissolve back into the body. Letting all of your light coming back to your center. Shining ever brightly, always there for you as a resource, as a beacon. That place of inner knowing. Starting to come back gently. And to close this practice, I invite you to place your awareness onto your heart center in a way that's meaningful to you. It could be by placing the hands on top of each other, on top of the heart, or in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, palms facing each other, thumbs against the heart as a gesture of gratitude. Gratitude for ourselves, for showing up, for our bodies and all it allows us to do. Gratitude for this community as it brings us together. Gratitude for the earth as it continues to hold us and support us. To the wisdom of the ancestors that guide us and the indigenous stewards of this land who keep on protecting it. Gratitude to these practices of yoga indigenous to South Asia and all teachers and practitioners who have protected and keep on protecting these practices so that we may benefit from them today. And add some words of gratitude to Shawn for this wonderful sound bath. And you're welcome to add any further word of gratitude you may wish to. You may also wish to dedicate some or all of the merit of his practice to a being, a group of beings, a cause, a land that could do with some extra support right now. And to seal this intention, I'll offer a blessing of metta, loving kindness, first in Sanskrit, then in English. You're welcome to join or listen. Inhale to begin. Om. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere with no limits, including ourselves, be happy, be well, be at ease and at peace. May all beings be safe and protected. May all beings be free and liberated. When you're ready to close this practice, you can bring a little bit of movement back into the body, opening the eyes, just coming back into your space gently and to one another. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me and everyone here today. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.